Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2, where we get Rumbling Rosa, the Keyblade that I think we actually took a fairly long while to get in Kingdom Hearts 1, but now we get relatively proportional to the time of Kingdom Hearts 2. Whatever, this is going to be the final part of Beast's Castle, and yeah, that pretty much encompasses, well, again, in terms of at least video length, it's basically just going to be, like, one or two videos, kind of in a similar vein to our first visits, really. Albeit, some I think will be a bit shorter than others. I mean, I know for a fact that the Land of Dragons will definitely be a much shorter experience than the first time around, and hopefully with better commentary, because upon rewatching the original run-through back in the earlier parts of this commentary, oh boy, I had fuck all to say, which, is probably why I really should watch Milan, at the very least to give me something to say, and, again, so I can kind of live up to the promise I made, well, promise in quotation marks, really, about how I should at least watch some of these Disney movies so I have things to say about them, rather than just stumbling over and padding out for time, as we deal in violence. But yes, now let's show off some more of Master Form. I mean, for Beauty and the Beast, I probably won't do it, since, again, this is pretty much the end of it right here, but, I think I might do it for Milan, at the very least for the sake of giving me something to say, and again, as I mentioned beforehand, I have always wanted to watch the 1997 Hercules movie. I don't know, it's been something I've been putting off for years, and, I don't know, some of my friends have really given it, some praise, so I will meet its challenge. Even if it is completely inaccurate to Greek myths, but then again, Greek myths themselves are horribly inaccurate and scary and perverse. Ah, yes. Let's live on up with that Master Form, force-powery goodness. I mean, like, what you lose out in the garish yellow color scheme of the outfit, I think it makes up for in, again, a lot of its really cool combos and abilities. But again, like, I mean, there is a bit of a caveat, I think, as to why Master Form is as powerful as it is, and that's on the off chance that, people don't unlock Final Form, which does have a few very specific stipulations in order to unlock, but we'll get to that when it's relevant, because it's something you can only really access when you get to the final world of the game, but, in the meantime, we have a confrontation to uphold.
So, Beast, you came after all. You had me worried. I was afraid you'd given up for good.
What do you guys really want?
Kingdom Hearts. When Kingdom Hearts is ours, we can exist fully and completely. So you see, Beast, that's why we need your heartless and your nobody.
And so that was pretty much Xaldin's secondary objective, to break Beast's heart and turn him into a heartless and nobody, which, I wonder what Beast's heartless would be. I'd imagine it would probably, I guess either maybe like a Darkseid or a Behemoth, considering the anger and pain that he's harboring. I do wonder what sort of nobody he'd have, though. I guess maybe one that Xaldin would want under his personal command, which again is a lot of the nobodies that you're actually seeing here, the, Dragoons, I think they're called. They actually have a really interesting reaction command as well. They have, they have an ability called Learn, which I believe is, I think it is something from Final Fantasy, but it's what you're seeing here, where you can pretty much, just jump up and down and teleport down and give them a slash. Which is actually an incredibly cool move. I'm kind of saddened that we can't really, pull it off a bit more often, but again, you can pretty much copy the move multiple times and, take them down with relative ease here. So yeah, what do you think about that, Xaldin? Yeah. It seems that Xaldin is completely useless now. And yes, you can probably tell what video I was watching just before I recorded this commentary, but, I mean, it fits. And this would have been a very different world if Sora entered the Good Times version of Beauty and the Beast, where it seems like he was expected. Oh, this puzzle piece is just out of reach. It seems Sora is completely useless now. Well, anyway. Might as well get into some last bits of trivia before we get to the end, and that's actually to do with a bit of a morbid note, actually, which is Beauty and the Beast producer, Howard Ashman, who was a man who worked on the movie until the day he died, because weeks before the film's release, he passed away from AIDS, to the point where a lot of the voice direction he gave towards a lot of the actors and actresses was given over the phone, so... yeah, it's a movie that clearly meant a lot to the guy, and... like, sweet crispy Jesus, man. Again, it just goes to show, like, the blood, sweat, and tears that really go into people's performances. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, because in the meantime, Belle is sitting forlorn out the window. And it seems Xaldin left a present.
Is that? Look! It's the rose!
Belle!
Hurry!
You! Get out of my castle now!
With pleasure. But I'd rather travel light. What shall I leave behind? Belle or the rose?
Belle!
Good one, Belle.
Where's the fun in this?
I really love that scene, by the way. Just, I don't know, just like having Disney characters like show up and kind of punk the organization members. It's a bit unexpected, but at the same time, I also can't help but love it when Kingdom Hearts does stuff like this. I don't know, it's the level of interaction I absolutely live for when it comes to the Disney worlds and original plot interacting. But anyway, onwards to more important things with Xaldin kicking Sora's ass. Yeah, there's a reason why I'm letting Xaldin completely thrash me, the first of which being is that, well, I mean, if you're a little bit underleveled or if, again, you're unprepared, Xaldin is actually a really tough boss fight. Like, I mean, again, he has more attacks than just this, but I mean, he'll use his several lances to, well, again, whip you up 6 ways from Sunday. But I mean, in turn, there is another thing that I want to show off. I mentioned it much earlier in the commentary, but yeah, I don't know if you have to get to a certain threshold or if you can activate this much earlier, but yeah, there are specific instances where, again, if you get killed as Sora, there is a chance for someone to come to your rescue. But who could it be? Is it Ansem? Is it Ventus? Is it the Master of Masters? Is it Sora again? Well, no, really. I'm pretty much just waiting for everybody to waste their healing items on me so I can eventually get killed and show it off. There are a few other instances. The only other instance I can really remember is, I think, with one of the final battles against Xemnas much later in the game, but yeah, there are several instances in which this certain character can come and help you. What that is, we'll have to find out soon, but I'm just waiting for... Xaldin is just too distracted killing everybody else, which is bothering me. Well, I mean, I suppose I am just sort of whittling down his health and giving tertiary fighting, but again, I am just waiting for the character to show up, and I did actually have to re-record this because my first take of using this backup help character is a little bit pished, so clip splicing, activate in a few moments because I timed it too early. Yeah, but yeah, I'll get into the rest of Xaldin's moveset a little bit later, but yeah. It's all over now. Sora's completely useless, but what is this? It's all over. Yes, that's right, you have Mickey! The king has come to help us, and he... well, again, he's not quite as useful as he is during the cutscenes, but again, he does have a few useful attacks. Again, he has the little balls of light, the pearls, I think, and of course he has his Master Yoda-style regular attack. And of course he also has the D-charge, which is basically there to revive Sora. To basically get him back up to full health. Again, if you lose as Mickey, he does pretty much revive Sora anyway, but you don't get a full health boosty, so yeah, that kind of sucks. Unfortunately though, Mickey has no block, so again, you're pretty much just sort of stuck having to dodge out of the way of Xaldin as you can. But again, the fact that you can play as Mickey is a cool way to get you out of a jam, and I don't know how many times you can do this, but the chances of Mickey showing up, it does lessen each and every time you die, so again, he is very much a one-time save in an emergency, so use him wisely. Now then, to finally talk about Xaldin, as you can see here, given the fact that he's pretty much the master of air, I'm guessing he is using Aroga to protect himself, which is why he's a massive damage sponge, but again, you do have methods of attacking him. Again, you can use your Limit Break with Beast, or you could use the Learn ability to use the same sort of Wind Lance attacks that he uses. And again, well, again, a lot of liberal usage of blocking is absolutely essential with some of those attacks. Of course, then he goes into his sort of invincible na-na-na-na-na, you can't hit me state. And, yeah, he'll pretty much launch his giant fuck-off cannon of going, bro-ha-ha-ha, see if you can make it through here, Sonic! And, that's pretty much Xaldin. Again, he's swift on his feet, and, yeah, he's, very aggressive. I mean, there is a reason why, in his original form, he was one of the guards of Ansem's castle, so, yeah, I mean, even though he might not have been as powerful as what we're seeing here, the dude is most certainly a formidable foe, and you can tell why Ansem kept him in his employ. Oh my god, run away, run away, run away, run away. There we go. I will say though, like, I mean, this is quite an intense battle, but at the same time though, it might also be very much like the first time, well, most general players I think would find themselves getting killed off quite a bit, and also discovering the whole Mickey Mouse saves the day function. Again, I'm pretty sure there is also another one that he comes to your aid in. I think it's and the only three worlds I remember for sure where Mickey actually shows up, I think it was the Land of Dragons. Again in the final world of Kingdom Hearts 2, and here. I know he does it a couple of other times, but I've never gotten him to activate, so yeah, I'm not really too sure where else. Yes, but Xaldin, the end is nigh, and we shall destroy you. Just like your lover broke your heart and destroyed you. Perhaps if we had Belle's father... Oh wait, no, it was called Beauty in that movie. Perhaps if we had Beauty's father, he could make Xaldin wet. And now he's completely useless now. Good. Fare thee well, Xaldin. Now you will never appear in this game ever again, and I don't even think he actually has any voice lines after this either, so, well, fuck, that's kind of unfortunate. But, anyway, this is pretty much the end of our Beauty and the Beast saga, and, yeah, let's enjoy the romance.
Here, it's yours again.
Belle?
I know. You want me to leave the castle.
What matters is, you weren't hurt by Xaldin. You're safe. And, I'm very grateful to you for bringing the rose back to me. Thank you.
It's the least I could do. You've been good to me, and you didn't have to be.
Listen, Belle.
Yes?
Say it. Go on.
Come on! You can do it.
We have confidence.
Don't be bashful now.
Belle, I'd like you to stay with me, please.
I will.
Maestro, music.
Hey, did you see the look on Belle's face when she grabbed that rose?
Huh?
Yup, she sure was having fun, all right.
She's rather unique, isn't she?
Always ready for a little adventure.
The two of them do seem made for each other.
Yeah, they sure do.
Beast Castle will be right back after these messages.
It's on again! The Birds for Blinds massive pre-summer sale. Canvas blinds, vertical blinds,
Burns for blinds,
Holland blinds, Venetian blinds.
burns for blinds,
It doesn't matter what blind you're looking for. Call
burns for blinds.
now.